You ever have that feeling where you really want to do something? You get excited, you make plans, maybe even tell people about it. But when it's time to actually do it, you hesitate. You start overthinking. You start doubting yourself. And before you know it, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and that goal, that dream, it's still just sitting there. Maybe it's something small, like getting in shape, starting a new habit, or finally learning that skill you keep talking about. Or maybe it's something big, like launching a business, switching careers, or chasing a dream. That's been in the back of your mind for years. And yet, instead of taking action, you just think about it. You analyze it from every angle. You tell yourself, I'll start next week. You wait for the perfect time. You keep tweaking your plan, convincing yourself that you just need to be more ready. And in the process, you never actually start. Sound familiar? This happens to so many people. And I get it. Nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to waste their time or energy. But here's the thing. The real waste isn't failure. The real waste is never trying at all. Think about it. What's worse? Giving something your absolute best and failing or holding back, never knowing what could have been, and living with that regret. See, most people don't fail because they tried and weren't good enough. They fail because they never fully committed. They got stuck in their own heads. They dipped a toe instead of diving in. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. Why half-hearted effort leads nowhere. And why you need to either go all in or not bother at all. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to do something, do it right. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. The problem. Why do people hold back? Most people overthink the results. They worry. What if I fail? Failure is scary. Nobody wants to fail. But let's break it down. What's the worst that can happen? You try, you don't succeed, and you learn something. That's it. You grow, adjust, and try again. Every successful person has faced failure. But the difference is, they kept going. Look at it this way. There are only two possible outcomes. You succeed. Great. You prove to yourself that you could do it. You fail. And guess what? That's still better than never trying. You gain experience. You learn what doesn't work. And next time, you come back stronger. But if you never try, you stay stuck. You never even give yourself the chance to succeed. What if I waste time and effort? Here's the thing. Effort is never wasted if you're learning and growing. Even if something doesn't work out exactly how you planned, you're still developing skills, building resilience, and gaining experience. Think about all the things you've learned in life. Was any of it truly a waste? Every challenge, every setback teaches you something. You either get the result you wanted or the lesson you needed. But if you sit on the sidelines, waiting for some magical guarantee, you end up wasting way more time just thinking about it than you would by actually doing it. What if people judge me? Truth is, people are going to have opinions no matter what. If you try and fail, some people might talk. If you succeed, some people will still talk. And if you do nothing, they'll still have something to say. So why let their opinions control your life? At the end of the day, you have to live with your choices, not them. The only regret that truly matters is your own. See? The real failure isn't trying and falling short. It's never trying at all. Success and failure are both part of the journey, but regret? That's permanent. The cost of half-hearted effort. Let me ask you this. How many people do you know who start something but never finish? They sign up for the gym, buy all the gear, go for a few weeks, then quit when it gets hard. They get excited about a business idea, talk about it, maybe even start planning, but never actually launch. They dream about changing their life, moving to a new city, learning a skill, chasing their passion. But they keep waiting for the perfect time that never comes. And what happens? They stay exactly where they are. Lack of commitment is the number one reason for failure. Most people think success is about talent, or luck, or having the right resources. But studies show that lack of commitment is one of the biggest reasons why people fail. Not because they weren't capable, not because they didn't have enough money, but simply because they never went all in. They put in half the effort, so they get half the results. They tell themselves, I'll try it out and see what happens. But the truth is, trying isn't enough. You have to commit. You can't build a strong body by going to the gym only when you feel like it. You can't build a business by working on it only when you're motivated. You can't achieve your dreams by putting in effort only when it's convenient. Success doesn't work that way. You get what you put in. The worst regret, not knowing what could have been. And here's the worst part. They'll never know what could have happened if they had just given it their all. Imagine looking back 5, 10, 20 years from now and wondering, what if I had just committed fully? What if I had pushed through when it got hard? What if I had believed in myself instead of doubting? That's the kind of regret that sticks with you, not the regret of failing. Because failure teaches you something, but the regret of never knowing what could have been. You don't want to be the person who lives with that. So whatever you do, go all in. So here is a living example of committing to something. J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling's journey wasn't easy. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, she was a struggling single mother, living on welfare, writing in cafes while battling depression. Her manuscript was rejected 12 times. Publishers told her it wouldn't sell, that children's books about wizards weren't marketable. But what if she had given up after the first rejection? What if she had let fear of failure stop her? What if she had told herself, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not good enough. If she had quit, the world would have never known Harry Potter. Millions of lives wouldn't have been inspired. She would have lived with the regret of not knowing what could have been. But she kept going. She believed in her story, even when no one else did. And now, she's one of the best-selling authors in history. Her success wasn't talent alone, it was persistence. The benefits of going all in. So why should you fully commit to your goals? You give yourself a real chance at success. When you go all in, you're not leaving room for doubt. You're giving 100%, which means you maximize your chances of winning. You build confidence. Success or failure, you'll walk away knowing you gave it your best shot. That kind of mindset strengthens your belief in yourself and pushes you forward in life. You eliminate regret. Even if things don't work out, at least you'll know you tried. You won't be stuck wondering, what if? Now let's flip that. What happens if you don't go all in? You stay in a loop of what if, always wondering what could have been, but never knowing for sure. You waste time overthinking instead of doing. While others are moving forward, you're stuck analyzing. You lose trust in yourself. Deep down, you'll know you didn't give it your best. And that feeling lingers. At the end of the day, failure is temporary. But regret, that stays with you forever. So here's my question for you. What's one thing in your life right now that you need to go all in on? Maybe it's a business idea you've been hesitating to start. Maybe it's your fitness journey that you keep delaying. Maybe it's a personal goal you've been putting off, waiting for the perfect time. What's stopping you? What's the fear that's holding you back? And more importantly, what's the worst that could happen if you just went all in? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What's one thing you need to stop overthinking and finally commit to? Have you ever experienced the regret of not giving something your best shot? Or do you have a story where going all in changed your life? I want to hear from you. If you found this video valuable, take a moment to support the channel. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to Mind Aura for more motivational content. And most importantly, take care of your loved ones. Spend time with your family, check in on your friends, and be kind to the people around you. Keep pushing forward, keep believing in yourself, and never settle for half-hearted effort. Stay blessed, stay happy, and I'll see you in the next one.